Hi guys, give me Mr. NW Chili, say Chili again. Today we are going to talk about rules. Now you know that if you understand the rules, then you can play the game. So ke tlo tlhalosa step by step, and please pay attention or repeat this video if as understand somewhere maybe go share somewhere, please. Now don't forget to subscribe and support our motion because we need that support. Okay, now rule number one, under vertical projectile motion, there is no way yellow again or the vertical projectile motion also or direction of your motion. Now, as long as radical motion, radical velocity, radical acceleration, radical displacement, they are all vectors. So obviously, as long as we are talking about this, we are talking about vectors involved. Now, reactive already, our motion, what's my vertically. So vertically meaning that you have up and down. Now, when I say I need to know the direction, we know that a gravity, force of gravity, is always pulling downwards. Why? If you say Fg is equal to mg, so when the ball is under free fall, when the ball is under free fall, we said that only this force is acting on that particular object. So meaning, this is mass, but what we are interested in now is now the acceleration. 9.8 meters per second squared. Now, choosing your motion here will give us the direction of your what? Your this 9.8. Now, what do I mean? If I take downward as positive, I mean that this 9.8 is always positive. Why? Because Fg is always pulling downward, and you are saying that your downward is positive. So this acceleration will always be positive. Now, if you take downward as positive, then you know that your acceleration or gravitational acceleration is always 9.8 meters per second. When I mean always, I mean either the ball is going up or either the ball is going down. So no reaction, as long as you downward is positive, then you are straight of acceleration apply positive. Always anaboloya holding anaboloya fasting. Your acceleration will always be positive. Why? Because gravity is always pulling downwards, and you said that your downward is positive. So rule number 2, for every object moving downwards, then velocity is positive. So, what are the object as long as they are fast? always respect our language. These rules are very important. Respect our velocity arena, even positive. As long as object is going down, our initial velocity or whatever velocity that you are calculating must be positive. You chose your downward positive. So every object going downward or moving downward the velocity must be positive. Now, what if the object is moving upwards? So if the object moves upward, then velocity will be negative. Now, this one is very clear because the motion, the acceleration, and the velocity. Now, let's go to what? We know our another displacement is what? Is another vector is displacement. Now, your change in y, the rule says that for objects moving below their starting point, then change in y, your change in y will be positive. Now, for objects moving above their starting point or reference point, therefore change in y will be negative. Now, practical example, if I throw this object upwards, I throw this ball upwards, then this ball goes like that, and it comes back here. Now, this means that the ball is going above where it started. Why? Because it is going up. So it starts here, it goes up, meaning that for the upward end, the ball ends here. Now you have point A and point B, where the ball ended before it turns. This one is called the turning point. Now, the ball is going above the starting point, so we expect your change in y to be what? To be negative. Now, the ball starts here and the ball ends here. Then it takes a turn and it starts here again and it goes to point C. So when this ball goes there, now we know that the ball is going now below where it started because it started another new journey, more B. So your change in y is going to be positive. Now, these rules are very, very important. If you understand these rules, whenever the ball turns, whenever the ball does whatever, then you know how to apply them. Velocity is positive. Velocity is negative. Above the starting point, change in y is negative. Below the starting point, change in y is positive. So what are from C, let's say D. So your change in y is going to be what? It's going to be positive. Why? Because it started here now, it goes here. And guys, always break your motion. If you say that this ball moves from here to here, then you say A here, point B here, because the motion ended here from A to B. Then you solve whatever they are asking you about. If they say calculate the displacement, you calculate it. If they say calculate time from here to here, you calculate it. Now, The ball moved again from here to here. Then the ball moved from here to here. You take it exactly like that. Can you point? What's all the problem ya tlam? Ya tlam ya tlam. Ya tlam ya tlam. Okasiri ball problem ya tlam. It moved from here to here, then from here to here, from here to here. You break your motion. You'll be able to what? To solve this your questions. Now, what is another important rule? Always know that time up. The time that this object takes from here to here is equal to time down. Is equal to the time that this ball takes from here to here. So if it takes 1 second, we are holding or it like 1 second, go fast. And another one, the velocity vi up, velocity lower by force here vi up is equal to vi down. It must be equal to vi down. So velocity elimo for ball re one module e tla mfase ele kana le velocity le re ball ba force ka yona. The same velocity re ball e tloga ke the same velocity le re e buile ka yona gona line ya mo ithomile ball. So what is the velocity here at my turning point? Velocity here, turning point velocity is 0 meters per second. So more before you turn a almost all over ya fast. So velocity here is always 0. So for today, guys, understand these rules so that when I continue from here tomorrow, so don't forget to subscribe and support our motion, please. Thank you, guys.